What is up, what ifers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be looking at some of the creepiest and craziest and wildest TikToks out there. So you're gonna wanna stay locked in, cause you ain't gonna believe this.
I'm at the graveyard at night, cleaning this abandoned grave for free. I have so many questions in my head. What happened? How did this grave get so dirty? Who's buried here? Her name's Bienvenida. Wow. Her name means welcome in Espanol. Wait a minute. Her grave should be welcoming too. But right now, this is the dirtiest grave I've ever seen. That's so unfair. Everyone deserves a beautiful resting place. Bienvenida died on July 23rd, 1980. Her star sign is Aries. My best friend is an Aries. I wonder what Bienvenida's life was like. Does she like chocolate cupcakes? What killed her? This transformation is a lot of work. I might be here all night, but it's so fun. Thank you to everyone.
You know what? I had to stop and ask this question because either she just generous or she got a thing for the dead. And I know I ain't the only one just saw that darn shovel move by itself. I don't know.
Supports and follows.
Welcome back, boys. I'm starting a new series. The new series is going to be called the MBA series. No, I'm not talking about a master's in business administration. It's called Moon Blanc activities. And what's being shown right here is prime example of Moon Blanc activities. Because why are you at a grave site cleaning it up that's not yours at night, eating cupcakes? You don't even know that person. Only thing, I say this all the time, only thing Moon Blanc's scared of, y'all know the rest.
You're not going to believe this. That's by your camper.
I gotta call my wife. My whole family's out there. I gotta go.
Yeah.
If things were not already bad enough for the fire that is taking place in Texas, you now have an automobile salvage yard to where there is thousands of cars that are on fire, as you see here, and it is only spreading more and more. Now, the massive fire that you're aware of that has consumed over 1 million acres is in the panhandle of Texas, and this fire that's taking place is near Dallas, Texas.
Dang.
So far, there has been no injuries reported, so that is good news, but this thing is massive and it is only going to grow more and more. As you see, this is how big the salvage yard is, and it is about twice the size on the other side, if not more. As for the fire that is in the panhandle, you can see how sad and how heartbreaking it is hearing people sit there and talk about that the ranches, the houses, and many things are gone. And the scary thing is that this has reached into Oklahoma now, and this is the high wind alerts. You've seen how that will be just fueling this more and more. This is the fire threat area that you've seen there. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of all this. Take care. God bless.
Bro, I can't help but think that they're using direct energy weapons to burn down Texas because Texas ain't complying, man. That's the only thing that I can think of, bro. Because how in the hell they got this many fires like just started up at random? This is crazy, bro. What y'all think, though?
A lot, if you fly over these areas that are burned to the ground, you'll see in the midst of 20 homes that are just totally destroyed, one home sitting there because it had the right roof on it. And anyway, since I took office, FEMA's provided Texas alone.
Wait a minute, man. I just know he didn't just admit that everything that we've been suspecting the whole time about the houses being blue or whatever is the reason why certain houses are still standing, right? Bro. Yeah, I had to take a break off this, y'all. And I had to come back refreshed because it was just, I was just doing it too much. But this is crazy. Sheesh. Best UFO sighting caught on camera. Don't blink or you will miss the takeoff. Yeah, that was kind of quick. These people took homunculus that was incubated in the ground. They bathed it. They battered it. It definitely wasn't bathing it then. They cooked it alive. Oh man, what the heck is that? And they ate it. Ew. Ew. Ew, that's nasty. You know, and I know what a homunculus, the first time I ever heard about homunculus is when that guy on YouTube years ago, that's when YouTube was unfiltered. That dude was taking his own little swimmers and he was injecting it into eggs and then he would create something out of it. And they had the little thing living inside of a cup or something with water in it and it spit on him and ew. Yeah, it's wild, man. Do any of y'all remember that? But that, I don't even know what kind of homunculus that is. Nasty either way.
This is scary. This preacher spent his whole life preaching the gospel, doing the work of God, winds up dying, comes face to face with God, and what God tells him is going to shock you. Watch this.
Faith is dead. Your works are in vain. The life that you lived and offered to me as a life of Christian service is an abomination that I rejected in the Pharisee. What made you think I would accept it from a Laodicean type Christian? In fact, untold millions are living the same kind of life that you live, and they stand in danger of my everlasting wrath. Unquote, the living God. I couldn't believe he was talking to me. I'm a preacher. You didn't do those works for me. You did them for a false God. I said, Lord, I worked for you. I called you Lord every day. Yes, you did, but you never made me Lord. What a difference. To call him Lord gives him a title. To make him Lord promotes him to ruler of life. But Lord, I was serving you. No, you wasn't. You served a false God. Then he named it Satan's #1 selling false God. SELF. Instantly, I knew everything he said was true.
Wow, I don't know. What y'all think about that one though?
I have just discovered the word that, if spoken, would expose all of the shapeshifter lizard people that live among us. And that word is Kininigan. I don't think it's a real word, but if a person says it and they cannot pronounce it, it means they're a lizard shapeshifter person, because they can't pronounce the word right. They kind of growl when they say it, and that exposes them. I'm a real person. I'll say right now, Kininigan. I said it perfectly. I am not a shapeshifter alien. Back in the day when children would go missing in these small towns, people would go around to everyone in the town and make them say this word to figure out if they are the shapeshifter person who stole their kid and brought them underground. Now I have a video to show you of this guy catching one of these lizard people on a live stream.
Pronounce it properly. All right. Right? And then again. Yeah. Say it again. Go ahead. I'll say it again, right? And then again. Oh my God.
What the hell? What the hell? Am I missing something? Because the dude said Kininigan. I don't know. I had to miss something.
I did this thing last year where every month I'd go live in a haunted location for a week and set up cameras and stream it the entire time. And my wife It's just like any other investigation. We're doing it. And then some guy starts coming through. His name was Raymond. I always ask, what year is it for you? Like, that's a question I've asked from the beginning because I feel like a lot of them don't realize they're dead if they're dead, and they may not be dead.
Yeah.
So he said 2082. 2082, I was like, that's in front of me, not behind me.
Yeah.
He thought I was a ghost. So, like, he's asking me to, like, knock on the wall. He thought I was the ghost that he was ghost hunting for in the same space that I was in now. I had this idea. I'm like, okay, so what's your grandfather's name? Because your grandfather's probably on Facebook. I get on Facebook, and I find this guy that matches the exact city that this dude said he was from. And then he's, like, deep in interdimensional travel and astral projection threads. And right when I found his page and started scrolling on it, it said, this is getting dangerous. I have to go. And it just stopped.
Look. Time traveling, metaphysics, all that stuff is real, man. I believe in it because, you know, I had this theory one time and I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, what if, like, when people see ghosts, right? What if those ghosts are from a parallel universe in a different time, but in the same space, right? Kind of like what he was explaining. So when you see like a ghost of a lady in an old time, like 1920s type dress walking across a field, what if you're only seeing like a silhouette of another parallel universe from the same exact space but a different time happening in that moment? Because what if we are like ghosts to other people in other dimensions? Like when you go see Ghost Hunter, come in contact with a ghost, right? And the ghost throws stuff. What if it's somebody in another parallel universe hearing you, the ghost hunter, and is spooked and start throwing stuff because they can't understand what they're hearing? What if, man? I mean, it's look, something to think about. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Aliens in our neighborhood.
Yo, this is crazy, yo. It's the middle of the night, and we literally all saw an explosion, and then everyone in the neighborhood saw the same fucking UFO, bro. And now the fire department's here trying to figure out what the hell's going on, but nobody believes us. Like, we kept telling them, like, there's a fucking UFO that, like, came down. I heard a scream. I ran outside. I saw the explosion. My neighbor saw it. And apparently, it was pulling somebody out of this house over here. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, I'll let y'all know, like, what happens. But this is crazy. Like, we literally saw a UFO, all of us. If you didn't believe in aliens before, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man.
Why he didn't show the hole and stuff? Maybe he just using this for content, using whatever is happening right there, because obviously something real in real life is happening, and he using it for content, right? What if? I don't know.
Oh my God, I have never, ever in my life seen anything this creepy. There must be a dead fish in there. I don't know, but oh, there's one over in the house. And they are blocking access.
Look at that, yo. Check this. Y'all see these birds? Right. This is literally a sign. This is an omen. What are they telling us? Check it out. She says that there must be a dead fish. Ain't no bird does this over no dead fish, especially if they're not over the prey.
Maybe the 5G is so goddamn strong that it's got their ass froze. Who knows? It look like they being electrocuted. I don't know.
Right. The birds are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, just like this Egyptian falcon is doing. Got their wings up. You see it, the wings are all colors, right? All these different type of colors, meaning getting these rays, these sun rays. As you can see in the talons, it got the unk on its talons, right? Because it's catching them, handing them at the same time, because got the red sun in its talon, the red sun at the top as well. I believe these birds are sending us some messages because animals communicate with us through these messages. We just don't understand what that means because we have lost our method of communicating with these animals. And in order to understand what they're saying again, we must look at these signs and the symbols and try to understand or decipher what they mean. So I'm just sharing information with you guys. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share.
Oh no, they was definitely in formation for some reason. So I don't know, but what y'all think it could be?
This will make you a believer. Watch closely.
Something is watching me. If
If you've had the feeling, you know what I'm talking about. I'm playing only up in my office. Something keeps passing by this window. I've just propped up the phone here and I'm gonna play. If you're walking by my office, I want you to knock it off.
It's the same.
Holy.
Yep.
Is that you making all that noise back there?
Had the ghost come up out of his basement.
You need to get out. Dude. Will you knock it off, please? You gotta get out.
That made me get a little chill right there.
You're gonna lock yourself in the laundry room again? You're not leaving? You're not gonna... Leave. Stop. You gotta go. Shh, 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 shh. Calm down. What are you? Stop.
Why you cutting off all the lights? Oh, I seen the camera trick he just did.
Follow for more.
That was, okay, I get it. That was the whole point of him cutting off all the lights so he could switch scenes. I caught it. Did y'all catch it? I caught it. It's pretty creative though, because it was believable at first. It really was. Not saying that ghosts and poltergeists and spiritual beings aren't real. No, I'm just saying that wasn't real.
Yep. There has been multiple sightings of 4 suns that's in the sky. Not 1, not 2, but 4 suns in the sky. Now I know we've been feeling the energy change. This is another sighting somewhere else on the other side of the world that also caught 4 suns in 1, 2, 3, 4. This is some real life Dragon Ball Z stuff. This is definitely something strange. Oh yeah. Also in China, somebody also reportedly seen another sighting of 4 suns in the sky. It's starting to make sense on why the frequency and the energy of the planet is shifting.
Somebody just fall out the damn
4
sky?
suns?
Hold on, somebody fell out the sky.
Oh yeah.
You see that falling? What the hell was that falling out the sky?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Also in China, somebody also reportedly seen another sighting of 4 suns in the sky.
What?
It's starting to make sense on why the frequency and the energy of the planet is shifting.
I know I ain't tripping. Look at that, y'all.
Frequency and the energy of the planet
Wait a minute.
is shifting. 4 suns?
One more time.
Starting to
y'all.
make sense
Wait,
on
what the hell is that?
suns in the sky. It's starting to make sense.
Look at that. What the hell is that? Can somebody tell me what that is?
Why the frequency and the energy of the planet is shifting. 4 suns? Yeah, y'all remember when they was talking about Planet X, Wormwood, the Blue Kachina, yeah, all of that good stuff? It seems like the sun is recruiting people into the Fireball Squad. This definitely feeling like we're in the episode of Star Wars. But you know what they say, the truth is stranger than fiction. But y'all let me know what y'all think about us allegedly having 4 suns in the sky in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about 4 suns, but got 4 suns. I mean, hell, that's some hell of a crop growing, I tell you that much. What y'all think?
In the 90s, a secret military project took place that allowed the elites to see a terrifying future. It was called Project Looking Glass and apparently used ancient Sumerian technology to accurately predict the future. By giving the machine information and scenarios, it was able to come up with multiple timelines and provide probabilities for how likely each timeline would be to actually happen. However, at some point in the near future, the timelines all converged into one singular timeline in which a major event would happen no matter what was input. This event specifically being the awakening process in which we the people wake up and discover everything that the elites have lied to us about. Listen to what the person who originally exposed this says and let me know what you think about all this in the comments.
If I had to give it a name, I would say it's the awakening process. And no matter what decisions or possibilities are injected into the equation, eventually it all resolves down to us all learning the truth and becoming aware of this massive dam of lies that has been built.
And you know what's weird about that? They say that CERN is actually used to keep whatever that ending they saw in that timeline in Project Looking Glass, whatever they saw in that timeline, that's what CERN is used to do. Is used to redirect our timeline. And that's why we feel like we're repeating stuff. I mean, theory has it now, allegedly. That's why we feel like we are repeating things. That's why things seem like they have changed, because we're jumping timelines to keep the world from actually ending. And they're telling us that it's the year 2024, but in reality, they say that it's the year 2012. But I don't know. What y'all think about that? It's crazy.
I have what's called a dead man trigger, which means something happens to me. There's information I'm holding that will hit the internet, and it'd be the end.
So that's why they ain't gonna kill Greer, because he has he said death trigger or something he called it. I don't know, y'all. He could be bluffing. What y'all think?
I'm actually better off alive than dead for them, because being alive, they can just marginalize me, defame me, call me names, blacklist me from media. How do you figure we have a free market economy if the most important technologies and scientific discoveries of the last 100 years have been kept off the market ruthlessly? Some inventor invents some really cool energy generation device, and they're offered, here's $20 million by a corporate entity. The corporation buys it, puts it on a shelf, they've gotten rights to it, and it's never released. But that happens all the time with these technologies. You'll see all the different strategies that have been used over the last 100 years to hoover up, like a vacuum cleaner, all these science and technologies. Given that level of corruption, how can anyone claim that we have a truly free market economy if we're all slaves to oil?
Yeah, I don't know. I still think Greer is a part of the whole scheme. That's just me, though. What y'all think?
They think that the people who built the pyramids built them way earlier than the conventional dating is. They think there's real evidence that shows they're 9,000, 11,000 years old. Easy.
No people built the pyramids.
No people?
No.
Who built them?
No people built the pyramids. And if you look around the world, you see certain telltale things that let you know that advanced machinery was in usage. Look, this whole thing where slaves are stronger people is a fallacy. We like to believe that slaves are stronger. Slaves are weaker because they don't eat the right food and they live a terrible life. Your slave population is not smarter and better condition unless you're enslaving the Jews.
They stopped thinking that quite a while ago. They think it was actually skilled labor because of the way they were eating. They found what their camps were, where their food was. They ate like very good food. So they think they were actually skilled labor, but also probably forced skilled labor. But that's probably not the people who built it. That's probably the people that were working on it. That's probably the people that worked in the village or in the city.
How many companies have done renovations on the White House? None of them have done enough renovation that they can claim it's their White House. So, yes, thousands of years worth of people were there. But that doesn't have anything to do with the building of it.
Who do you think built it?
Well, understand, we know enough now to understand that this was a complex. This was not...
right.
We've been led to believe that this is how much they worshipped their dead bodies.
Right.
But the evidence doesn't show any of that.
No, it doesn't.
Like when you see inside, when they have those intricate carvings and paintings and stuff in gold and stuff, you have to remember this is in a windowless room, folks. There's no candle soot. There's no... It's clearly a power plant and built specifically for that location on this planet. For
what do you think it was powered
usage.
by?
The hot water springs underneath it.
So it was powered by the hot water springs? And to what end? How do you know all this, first of all? Is this marijuana talk?
I don't think so.
You know, That's crazy, man, because actually the actual pyramids actually do run to a springs to the bottom, right? They've already proven that. And you have to ask yourself why. It had to be a power plant. It had to be used for energy, right? And the fact that this country, well, this world is ran by people who won't freely give you that technology that was God given, right, is ludicrous to me. It's some of the most diabolical stuff that you can do, and they make us pay for it. They make us pay for it, and if we try to recreate it ourselves, then it's illegal. We gotta get permits and stuff. It's crazy, man. What y'all think, though?
You don't walk towards the light. Listen. The sun rises in the east. So remember, you're supposed to go west to east. You go towards the darkness. If you go towards the light of the sun, you're coming back. So if you walk towards the light, you're walking back. The earth gods have the template of your ancestors. So you'll see your grandpa, your grandma, come on, nigga, come down the tunnel to the light. That's the wrong pathway. You go to the North Star. Once you're at the North Star, you want to go down the west side. That's towards the darkness. I went towards the darkness, and then I found the entryway to the Dwight, which is a golden small light.
He must have died before. He had to, because he said, I went somewhere and then I found the little gold, something he said, right? My question is, well, if you knew which way to go, why the hell you come back here? I just don't understand some things. Some things just don't make sense to me. Y'all help me understand.
According to the CIA, certain people have superpowers like telekinesis, telepathy, and the list goes on. According to their research, they were actually able to prove that certain people can move things through walls, read thoughts, and many other types of superpowers you only see in a Marvel movie.
I'm gonna shoot that and it's gonna turn on. 3, 2, 1. Bah.
In this particular video, a man was caught on a CCTV camera trying to cook with a torch, but the torch wouldn't work. So what does he do? Pay very close attention. This is as creepy as it can get. What is going on here? This is crazy. What are your thoughts?
You don't know. I believe that telekinesis and, being a superhuman is real, but for us to be able to tap into that, nah, you gotta be special. You have to reprogram your entire molecular structure and mindset in order to achieve something like that. But yeah, nah. What y'all think? Y'all think it is though? Break it down to me, man.
Eclipses that are coming up right now. This was the first solar eclipse in 38 years in America. How many people saw this one? Good. By the way, that one only touched the United States of America, touched no other nation. It divided the nation almost perfectly geographically in half. But nothing divided about this nation, right? Here's the fun one, October 14th, 2023. Wait a second, that looks like it's coming right through here, and it is. A ring of fire eclipse will happen. It's 50 miles south of here. It's going to be looking like this. This doesn't happen all the time. Most people live and die on planet Earth without ever seeing a complete eclipse. So you should really check this one out when you get a chance. And then, on April 8th, 2024, next year, 8 days after Easter, this eclipse cuts across the United States of America and Mexico and Canada. It will go over more metropolitan areas in one path than any other eclipse in the history of the Western Hemisphere. More people will see this eclipse than anywhere else. It is an amazing thing, and so be looking for that. This is what the 2017 and 2024 total eclipses. This is the pattern they make over the United States. That spot right in the middle where the X is an area known as Little Egypt. It's where Cairo, Illinois is, and Memphis, Tennessee. Here is the pattern that the 3 eclipses make over the United States, 2017 to 2024. Huh. Interesting. Oh, look, the Paleo-Hebrew alphabet. Right there. That is the Hebrew letter Tav. This is what the Bible, the oldest parts of the Bible were written in this language. That's the last letter, the 22nd letter of the Hebrew. Notice it's a cross, an X. That's the Aleph, which became the A. You see how it looks like an A, right? Hold on. Huh. 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 I am the Alpha and the Omega. Yeah. Who said that? I am the Alpha and the Omega. Danny. Who said it?
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. What y'all think?
You want to wonder why black people vote for droves and Democrats? It's because the textbooks make you think that LBJ, because he literally was the person who signed, the Civil Rights Act, but they don't contextualize that. They don't tell you that LBJ was an avowed racist. He was essentially forced to sign it because there were riots. He was angry about having to sign it and came up with a plan that he would, quote unquote, have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And that plan was welfarism, the Great Society Act. You don't learn that. A Democrat signed the Civil Rights Bill and you got all of your rights. It's very, here are the villains, here are the heroes. So
they rewrote their story.
They rewrote their story.
Yeah. Genius.
It is genius.
You got to respect the move, right? My mom used to always say, think like a snake, be pure as a dove. So you got to know how deep they'll take it. And what they do is they'll beat the living crap out of you mentally, physically, emotionally. And then they'll say, we were the ones that took care of you. Right. And you'll be like, no. But if you say that many, many times in different variations, you'll somewhat be like, okay. It's kind of like when you're in a bad relationship. When somebody's like that you love will tell you the good things to confuse you, but his actions to everybody else will be like, bro, that guy doesn't love you.
Whole lot of mischief out here, y'all. We've been fooled. We've been bamboozled. You can't do nothing but laugh about it.
They showed him. They literally showed him how they clone people. They take the real person and put them off to the left and make 2 more of you. It blew his mind. Just like they did the dogs, the fish, all of that. He was like, wait, I'm tripping. That ain't a real person. Then they start, they stab the person to make you see they bleed. They're real. And they can feel that pain. You understand? So his mind is blown. Now, he done been a couple of times, and the only time they would be willing to put you in shackles so you don't talk, if he's not bringing revenue. But Bernie Mac is funny as hell. Bernie Mac bringing a lot of money, so they say, go on, let him make movies. He ain't gonna say nothing. He know what's good for him, and who's gonna believe him anyway, right? So this was heavy on Bernie, very heavy on him. But they already had him chipped. Once they take you to the clone lab, you have to get chipped. Steve Harvey is chipped, Oprah's chipped, D.L. Hughley is chipped, Said Entertainment. That's why they don't say nothing. And this is what happened to Bernie. When Bernie started to have these conversations, they can hear everything he's saying, so they made him go into pain more. So they can put your body in pain. He's still, I'm hurting. So Bernie had a talk with Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, and Said Entertainer, because he believed they could talk to them. Like, man, we got to tell somebody about this shit, man. Cloning people? They advised him, hey, man, this shit been going on since the 40s. We're going to make our money. Steve Harvey, big lip ass, right? So Bernie was really adamant about it. It was heavy on his head. So Bernie did the King. They let him do that tour. He came back.
I don't get jealous of other girls because I was raised in a cloning lab to be the perfect woman for Hugh M. Hefner. So other than the fact that my IQ is probably a little higher than he would like, I have nothing to worry about.
It's very simple. I have a clone. I have a clone for music. I have a clone for film. I have a clone for my personal life. I have a clone for my family life as well. So that's how it gets done.
Cloning has already started. Back in the day, it used to cost $50,000. Who knows how much it costs now? And it's up to us if we're going to let them play in our face or if we're going to go, That ain't him.
Come in very handy.
This is our cloning machinery. You put the blinds in here, close it up.
Now keep in mind, this guy's dead right now. He goes to the same mountain, it's gone. It's not there. And he actually talked to some locals. They pretty much said, yeah, it comes and goes. Yeah, it's real. This is where it gets crazy, right? So he goes another day. Now this is during daylight. And what does he see? What? He sees helicopters in the same mountain, presumably extracting what's there. After seeing the CIA agent, he decides to go another time during night, and he still sees him again. It's the same like roadblock. Says you can't pass through here, right? After he sees that guy, he goes home and he says that he's being stalked because in another TikTok here, he shows outside and then there's cars that followed him and it looks like the same car. It's the same vehicle that he saw. And look, it just drives away. Yeah, it just drives away. This is where it gets crazy because he puts out an official statement. He gives an official update. So people are saying when he says this statement, he's looking to the side and he seems really nervous, unlike his other videos. And they think he's forced to make this claim.
Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all the
Yeah, he looks to the left, right?
all the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They're just strictly for entertainment. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I just need to give you a quick update.
That was his last video for, I think, 3 months. For 3 months. And then he posts this.
Wait, don't see me post ever again. My videos are not fake.
Oh, so he says they're not fake. And this is his last video that he ever posted. Look. And he says he sees military on the same mountain. Look. Where he saw the giant. That's the last time they ever heard about him. And no, he's actually, like, you can Google his obituary. He's dead.
I remember that story, man, but I don't know, man. Is that guy really, really dead, though? Y'all get in the comments and let me know.
When you see a situation come up where Al Sharpton.
He's a paid FBI informant.
Paid FBI informant. I'm talking about with the suits and.
Oh, well, but that's already been proven. Homie, that was proven in the 80s. The mafia proved that. It's documentation that they've already proven that. That's why he's on CNN, MSNBC. Because all the preachers are FBI informants. How you think they got Martin out on that balcony?
Come on now.
How you think they got the guns planted inside the place to get Malcolm? All of our preachers are FBI informants, homie, because they are in bed with the state by way of 501c3, tax exempt status. Yep. So that means the federal government gives churches and church leaders and preachers a tax exempt status on all that luxury money and wealth that they get, and they never go to jail.
Keep the black community at bay.
FBI agents, they ain't working with the people. Why do you think the politicians, when it's time to talk to the people, they stop at the church? Yep. They don't go to community centers. Why do you think every police shooting, the chief of police, the mayor, the city manager, who they standing with to tell us about something? The preacher. It ain't no community leader. Right. The preachers are the new COINTELPRO FBI informants. They get to come to the jail and talk to us. They get free reign to come into the jail. They don't even have to be on the visitation list.
True.
And they can talk to you in private. You think they loyal? Nah, homie, they ain't even loyal to God.
It's real spit, man. Hey, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it here. We can't trust nobody. And I ain't just talking about from black people, from a black person's perspective. Black people, if you know, right? Yeah, but I'm just talking about as a people, period. We have been infiltrated. And it ain't just started now. This has been happening for centuries, and they give us these so-called leaders and these so-called speakers to believe in, so it can keep us whitewashed and keep us below the totem pole, so we never see the actual truth. And that's why I say that if you seeking knowledge, and once you find it, keep it to yourself. Everybody should do their own research. Everybody should seek the truth, because he who seeks the truth shall find it, right? So yeah, go search the truth, and then you keep it locked into yourself, because when it's time, you're going to need it. It's not for you to get on these platforms and start spewing it. I'm telling you, that's why people are ending up missing. But as long as they don't know, then you are ahead of the game. So always keep your ears to the streets, keep your eyes in these books, and don't never stop looking, because it's so much knowledge. And what makes sense to you makes sense to you. You take it and you use it with stride, because you're gonna need it. I'm telling you, we all gonna need whatever information and whatever knowledge that you got. Don't depend on nobody and say, I trust and I believe in this. No, because it's gonna backfire on you. Everything that you believe in was given to you. You have to reach deep down into yourself and find the real data, and then the data and stored information that was already given to you. You have to unlock it, and you'll know when it's unlocked. But don't ever stop looking though. And like I always say, do what you will with that information. And hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload, man. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person.